innovative content, global audience.
She is an expert known for unlocking new styles, creativity, unique designs, and something that is always different from the crowd. She has reached a height in the fashion world that a lot of people are still striving to get to. And Kawando Empire, being a leading brand over the years, has been able to carry people and bet a lot of fashion designers, fashion icon, and fashionistas. My guest today is a graduate of linguistics from the Benue State University, but finds great passion in style, class, elegance, and sleek. A very beautiful morning to you viewers from our SRTV studio here in London. My name is Princess Kessy, and this is the Young Achievers. Of course, where we celebrate CEO, the very young CEOs. We'll talk about their pains, their struggles, and their success. People in our society who have been able to create a world of their own, and they are making impact as well in the lives of others. I remain your host, Princess Kessy, and good morning to you. I present to you, viewers, the one and only Wando Azekere, CEO and brand owner of the Kawando Empire in Abuja. She's a very big name, a very big brand. She's young and she's doing exploits in that town, in that city, and the country worldwide as a whole. Good morning, Kawando. How are you today?
Good morning, Casey. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, that's English I want to hear. Linguistics. So yeah, now do something. Let's. You guys, the brand. You have you have such a big brand that everybody, when you hear Kawando, you know that okay, hold your money. If not, don't call that name anyhow. People know how it's going. You have a lot of people, a lot of workers. You bettered a lot of fashionistas. We're going to get to that, but tell us your story. How did you start all this? I know you're a graduate, so where did that inspiration came from? And you said, okay, this is what I want to become in life.
Okay, so for me, shocking passion was
You have to
the side
speak up
piece.
around so we can hear you very well.
Okay, so passion. I mean, fashion was a side piece, honestly, for me because right from the time I was young, my mom had a store. So she used to make clothes. Now, I'm gonna be very honest with you on the show, right? So the main reason why I started uh, making clothes was so my mom, I wouldn't wear the very big clothes my mom would make for me. Like, you know, as a child that came from a very conservative home, my mom wanted us to dress a certain way. So because I was like a little bit of a rebel, I wanted my clothes to fit better and to wear exactly what I wanted to wear and not the what she wanted me to wear. So that's how I started sewing. I started sewing and playing around the machine since I was 9 years old. Yeah,
Wow.
yes. So
Finally.
so I mean, I was doing it for fun. Up until I got into secondary school, I started making my uniforms and uniforms for people like my classmates. I used
Okay.
to sew for free because I enjoyed doing it. So I kept doing that for a very long time. Even when I got into the university, I was sewing clothes for people for free. But I went to a seminar where they said, "Oh, you have what it takes to make money. You're just sitting on it." So that's when I think around 300 level was when I started doing fashion for money.
Wow.
And
I see
in fact,
that you're doing very well. I need
yeah.
not ask you how that is going.
Mhm.
Of course, yes. Now, when we talk about fashion industry in Nigeria, we see that Nigeria is known for their styles, their class, and so fashion is something that is really selling, if you ask me. Now, how is it like? I know you have a lot of competitors, a lot of people in the industry, a lot of other people also doing well like yourself, but there's something unique about you. Now, what's that thing that stands you out no matter the crowd? No matter
Okay, so
and how do you deal with competitors?
okay, from what I've heard on the streets, right? My people keep saying when you hear Wando delivers, Kawando Empire delivers. So the narrative or the stereotype of, oh, tailors and designers would disappoint you. Never. You can't find that with my brand. And then also they talk about the fit of my dresses on my clients. So people actually, I have a client that she's brought like almost 70% of my business. Like, you know what I mean? The first thing she tells every woman is, don't worry, one day we cinch you. One day we cinch you. Like, she's gonna make you have a waistline. So I mean, that's pretty much word on the streets. But basically, we strive for excellence and try to consider every body type and make them feel beautiful in their skin. Mm.
And I wonder, I remember that there was a day somebody, I was in a crowd somewhere, and somebody said they needed to attend a wedding and they need something very, I don't know the name, something bone and all that thing you people do to people,
Corsets.
like what you just said. And the person said, no, why don't we do that? Don't worry, you don't need any stress. Don't even bother about your body type, just leave it for one do and she will bring it out. And
Yes.
also, I know that you mentor a lot of young people. There was a time somebody actually called you and you said you are no longer taking your classes filled up and all that. How is that going? Being a young CEO, impacting meaningfully into the lives of the younger people or even the older ones around you. How's that working?
Okay, so I don't gatekeep because even though I'm not really doing it for money yet, I like to help a lot of people because I feel the sky is wide enough for everybody. You know, so maybe for example, I go out shopping for accessory, and I can go to maybe I run into some people trying to pair pieces together. I'll actually say, okay, no, do this. And they are surprised. I'm like, who is this? So usually people don't know that it's me. Many people that follow me on Instagram don't know it is me because I'm very laid back. Um, I'm not one to toot my horn. So I help a lot of people, and most times they say, should we pay you for this? I'm like, okay, no, I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I
Okay.
feel like I'm still growing. I'm still growing, and
You
I
will still
feel I
growing.
can
I
do
want to
better.
with all that paparazzi and all that style Instagram life. Oh well, I want to be like you when I grow up, certainly.
Oh, oh, you're far too kind. You're far too kind, Kessy.
Yeah, so I really love what you're doing. A lot of young people. I remember a couple then once told me she doesn't need any other person. If it's not you, she's not going anywhere to learn the cities or whatever. And I'm like, wow, that is really amazing that young people are looking up to you. And how does it feel, in a society where people sit and wait, but you're just there creating, making your world and making it so beautiful, not just for you, but for others, like you said. Now, how does it feel? How do you think, what do you feel about young graduate people waiting, just waiting on the government, waiting on that white collar job? What do you think they can do? Because I know you started very early as well. And
Yeah,
this is the
so
essence of the show we are having today, where we encourage people, no matter how little you have, no matter what you want to do, just start today. So
okay.
what can you say about that when people wait around for jobs? We know that white collar jobs are good, but in a country where the jobs cannot go around, what do we do, Kawando?
Okay, so what I tell young people, because when I meet younger people or women in general, because I'm not gonna say I'm a bit like drawn to women a lot, even though I mentor a lot of young men too. But what I tell young women is don't wait to get don't wait for that push, because nobody's gonna come rescue you. Because the part of the thing that inspired me so much was looking around me. I was the backup plan. And growing up, I used to feel embarrassed to ask anybody for anything. Like, it was really embarrassing for me, even if it came to my parents. So I didn't want to be in that receiving end all my life. I wanted to be able to create something for myself. And my greatest joy is when I'm able to when I give people, when I solve problems around me. That's my greatest joy. So I didn't want to sit down and wait on somebody or the government because I didn't know what else to do. And I wasn't really informed when I was getting into the university because I just did the course that my parents wanted me to do. So it wasn't like I had so much of a choice in that. And then, oh, I read linguistics. I mean, it sells abroad, but in Nigeria, where are you going to work? I can't be, I knew I was always meant for more. So more meant getting up on my.
Okay, network issues there from that end. Hopefully she'll join us again. Yes, we're talking about Kawando. She's one of the biggest brand in Abuja. You're in Abuja. I bet every young girl, every girl in Abuja should know. They know Kawando. She has an empire what she to tell young people, and I'm just hearing it for the first time. That she doesn't collect money to do that, and that is quite big if you ask me. I know she still has students. So there was a time a copper called and she said she's the list is filled up. She can't take more. She will need to finish that batch because of space and all that. That means she's really creating a world not just for herself, for her, but for young people. Now, I was going to even ask her, do you think that a government, I'm of the opinion that we should inculcate these things into our higher institution where we don't just go and study mass communication, we don't just go and study medicine. But there should be some kind of skill like what we used to do then. And I remember we took entrepreneurship as a course then, a broad course then, a BJ, one of the JSTs, I can't even remember. But I think this is something that should be inculcated in our higher institution to see that when somebody finds passion early on something, they just follow that direction. That will really help. Not just coming to say after school you have to now go to fashion house. No, why not inculcate them, catch them when they are young? And I think that is what the developed countries are really doing. That is why they are ahead of us. Sometimes you go to institution, you see people, even footballers, they're already in the team very early, and then their legs will be very strong by the time they grow up. You don't necessarily need to finish one school and then go to another, or you're going to one school, but you have passion for something else. So I really think it's high time we look into this aspect of our education system where people should be able to learn what they have passion for very early. Commander, welcome back. I bet network issues, but nice to have you back. Now, I was going to throw this question, Kawando. What do you think? You are a graduate. You went to school. Of course, you find your passion. You did find it very early. But do you think our higher institution we should inculcate skills like this, where people find passion for tailoring, for instance? There is a course for that, so you don't necessarily need to go around the corner to get there, or you don't necessarily need to finish this. And there is this thing that comes with she's a tailor, and gone are the days though when people just say she's a tailor and they feel like you didn't go to school, you're an illiterate. Do you think that we should bring these skills into our universities for people to acquire them quite early instead of going to school, coming back and learning this again?
Okay, so I would prefer, honestly, parents to do their part in identifying areas where their children are excelling. You know, in as much as my mom was a tailor, and I used to like hang around her store and try to do one or two things. She didn't want, because then designing or fashion design wasn't cool in our society. So I mean, parents should do the groundwork first, and then the schools should provide avenues for these children to be able to explore their talents, because no matter what, like I can't lie to you, it gets so difficult sometimes that you want to give up, but then you realize that you love this thing. So
I
when
was
you
gonna
don't have
Yeah,
passion,
I was gonna ask you that anyway. What even inspires you at that point? You feel like is I've had it up to here. That pressure that comes with your work. Maybe I know sometimes you do wedding gowns, you do be, you do contracts, and then at what point do you say, okay, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and what keeps you going?
so there's this high that comes with you seeing your client, right, put on a dress that you made. Like there's nothing, I don't know, for other people maybe it's the money, but for me it's never been about the money. It's about seeing my woman get dressed and feeling beautiful. There's absolutely nothing that can take away from the joy you feel. So in as much as maybe I want to quit, right? And then I look, I say, okay, if I don't do this thing, who will do it? Because honestly, like there are a lot of people doing this thing out there, but there's that thing that's unique to you, you know. When you see this, you know that okay, this is what I'm meant to do, you know, and you just can't give up because then where will you get that satisfaction or fulfillment? You know what I mean?
That is true, and a lot of people
Because
also look up to you. So I feel quitting at this point will be a total no. Anyway, Kawando, now when we talk about this job you do, what is that virtue you must have while doing this job of yours?
you can't be lazy.
Okay.
You cannot be lazy, and you cannot leave anything to chance. So I tell people, a lot of people think, okay, you can just go to the market, buy tailoring, I mean, machines and hire anybody to sew. I mean, you will fail woefully. You need to know your onions because even the best of tailors can mess you up. So it's you work part and parcel with them. Do you understand? You can't just sit down and say, oh, I've bought a machine, I've given, even if you show them, okay, do this is the picture I want you to recreate, they'll recreate something else. So you have to be involved. Like if you can't even be involved actively, you should have somebody that knows, you know, or understands where your dream is or what vision you have for their outfit. Because if you don't, you will fail woefully. You fail. So you cannot be lazy. You cannot afford to be lazy. That's the major focal point.
Yes, and even the Bible said, "I no food for lazy man." So everyone has to work
Yes,
hard at some
you
point in
can.
time.
You
Yes,
can't.
we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, I'll still be here with Karen. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.
SRTV. Innovative content. Global audience.
Salvo the rich traditional taste and aroma that comes with a banga meal made from Erimac banga palm fruit extract, prepared with natural ingredients. The wholesome flavor of Erimac banga palm fruit extract adds that delicious taste to your meals. However you choose to enjoy your Erimac banga extract, in a delightful meal of banga soup and swallow, banga jollof rice or banga stew, you get the same distinct traditional banga taste without the rigorous process involved in the traditional methods of making banga, packaged with state-of-the-art facilities in neat and hygienic conditions that puts it in a class of its own. The Erimac banga palm fruit extract is available in two sizes of 800 and 400 grams. For local and international distribution, please contact 0803 758 1466 or 0805 204 8832. Erimac banga palm fruit extract. Great taste, less stress.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome back from that quick break. I'm still here to our very fashion icon. One guest we have in Nigeria. Now, Kawando, let's talk about the brand. When we talk about, you find out that a lot of people who feel like when I go on your page, on your Instagram page, I see quite a lot there. Sometimes I want to waste all my data and just stay there and be daydreaming. This could be me, this could be me. So now, what gives you that is how do you get your styles? I know you create your own styles, you do a lot of sketching. That is something I want you to actually do for me right now. Where did that inspiration come from? How do you even come up with these styles, this kind of beautiful dresses?
Okay, so inspiration comes from different places. You can be
Okay, come on,
inspired
let
by.
me just move to the other side so we get to see your work. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead, tell us.
Okay, so inspiration comes from different places. Sometimes when I see somebody, maybe I see my clients and looking at their body in my head, and it's already like I'm already picturing how I want them to look, and sometimes from nature or objects around. Like example, I can look at an umbrella and you know just come up with something, the silhouette of an umbrella. You know what I mean? Like when I look at that, I'm like, okay, the way this comes like this, what if your waist is accentuated and then the panels come out? Like it's going to be really beautiful. So it's usually from nature, from objects around, and then from looking at the clients too. And then I'm not gonna take away from the fact that other bigger brands inspire us too.
I was going to ask you, do you even have any mentor in that industry? Being a very big,
Yes, yes, Vicky James. Oh my
I
goodness, I love her.
know, I
I
know, I was feeling it already that maybe it's Vicky. I know
I
after
love
Vicky,
Vicky.
we say Vicky and Akawando. That's the two names I am really used to in that industry when we talk
I
about
love
people.
her. I love her. My goodness, she is the
Really?
best. Yeah, she is the best. There are some other people I look up to, like Tubo. I love Tubo's work. She's the absolute best. Tubo, and the likes of Lakimi. Um, um who else? Okay, there's Seda Adin. She's not so popular, but their work is fantastic. I really, really love their work.
Wow,
But for
that's
me, top
amazing.
choice, Vicky James.
Wow. Now I want you to do a little sketching for us because that is why we're here. People know
Okay.
that you are Kawanda. A lot of people do not know you by they know the name, but they don't know the face. That
Yes,
is
it's true.
confusion.
I like it like that.
I go on your page and like I don't even understand. Is this the Kawando or is this other lady? So it's quite confusing, but the name, the brand is just Empire. It just keep going higher. But today, thank God we have you here. So you're going to do a little sketching for us now. As we talk, just sketch something for me and you just show us. That would be my dress anyway. You owe me one dress. So just sketch it.
Okay, absolutely. I would make it. You have a beautiful body, so I would
No, no,
definitely
no.
wear
I
both.
don't like straight clothes. So don't sketch that type. Just do something like Cinderella kind of clothes. That is what I love wearing.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. So as you're sketching, we will be discussing right now. When we
Okay.
talk about what is the, sometimes the disadvantage. What are the challenges you go through in this your job on daily basis?
Hmm. Sourcing for materials like accessories, sewing accessories.
Okay.
It help. I mean, it's sometimes when you want to, you have a vision in mind, and then there's um there's a whole you know accessory shop that you okay. For example, you can go to like the three major markets, and you cannot find that. Like it's frustrating because then you're forced to change what your vision for that particular outfit was.
Okay.
So sourcing for accessory.
I know also that when you try to get the materials, is it that most time you get the all the accessories you sell, you get them all your clients have the privilege to get for you as well.
Yeah, some I take personally I take fabrics as well. Like your clients can if I what I'm talking about is not even the fabric per se. It's sewing accessories. Like for example, the mesh.
Okay.
It's something that we usually almost always use. And then maybe a zipper, a type of zipper that doesn't match the color. You can have like it's maybe a bead that you can't find the color of the bead that you
Okay.
want to work with or the crystals. It's frustrating. When I wanted, okay, there was a bride I wanted to, okay, the red dress that you posted, I mean, one of earlier, it was a good bride, yeah. When I wanted to make that dress, I had a really difficult time finding the fabric from the fabric that we wanted to use. The color was hard to get. When I finally found the fabric, getting the beads that match was so difficult. So these are the things that we face on a daily.
Wow. Now, but what apart from the satisfaction that you get where you see your clients, wearing their clothes, they smile, oh, I look so beautiful. So, shout out to Kawando. Now, what else? What is the advantage of being a fashion icon?
I mean, you get to dress and wear what you want. You get to wear what you want. It's so sweet when you can. So there are times because I'm such a procrastinator. I'm not gonna act like I'm all perfect. I'm such a procrastinator. So I might have an event coming, and instead of this girl to probably start creating something, there's sometimes I wait for maybe an hour to the event, and then I sit on my machine. I'm like, okay, let me scribble this real quick.
Okay. Now, I will talk about fashion industry in Nigeria. We see that these days people are doing unisex, people go here, people go here. Are you just into female wears or both? You do both?
I do both, but I don't. So my clientele, my male clients are very exclusive. They're very the uber rich people. So probably they don't want their business out there, and then
Okay.
because I and another thing, sorry, I don't post up to 5% of my work. I know something I'm going to work on real soon.
Yes, you should do that because that is where
Yeah,
people look up to you. People see a lot, and like that day, I know the couple I
because
met. She kept looking at your page. I bet that's where she spends all her data on daily basis. She sit down and she keeps looking, telling me, let me just go to Kawando and come back. I will make you this style. I will make you this style. Like, okay, let's get there first. So it's quite
so
amazing that a lot of young people are actually looking up to you.
so uh I'm working with someone. What's their title? She's a brand. She's sort of like a brand. She does rebranding for brands. So I'm working with her. I think we've opened the Instagram pages for my ready to wear collection, and then also the men's side. So in as much as I might not be getting pictures of men, but whatever I'm taking out of the store, I can maybe do a quick photo, a video of it, or maybe like get a mannequin or something to be able to showcase those outfits because I might never get pictures of my clients.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the money side, Kawando. I love talking about the money. How profitable? This one says you cannot
Sorry,
even
you're
lie
breaking
to
up.
me
I can't
because
hear
we all
you.
know how profitable is what you do in Nigeria.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. It's breaking up a little bit.
Okay, I say let's talk about the money now, Kawando. How profitable is what you do in Nigeria?
It is very, very
All
profitable. I'm not
right.
gonna lie. It is. It's very, 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 very profitable. In as much as um, in as much as we have like difficulties in the aspect of maybe electricity, you buy fuel or diesel, that it runs the overhead costs
Okay.
so high. Yeah, but then it's very profitable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like there's much money in this business.
Wow. Now, Kawando, what's the latest fashion style? What is trending right now? Because sometimes we don't get to know these things. We'll just see somebody wearing or one celebrity wearing it, and the next thing, we're like, okay, I'm going to make that. But
So
tell us what's new in the fashion industry.
okay, so for now we're still. I mean, corsets are here to stay because they help accentuate our curves and all that. So corsets, illusion mesh, rhinestones, and
Okay.
structure. Yeah.
All right. So what's going on? Do you have any student right now? You have any class ongoing, or you have anything you're doing with your student right now?
Um, no, actually, no.
So let me throw you this question. In the next 5 years, where would you see the fashion industry?
Okay. Hmm. You know now there's AI and everything, right? So I think people will tap into AI tools, a lot of AI tools to help create like timeless pieces because AI has let's be honest, AI has come to stay. Even in as much as it cannot completely take away from human creativity, it's going to like play a large and a huge role in our creative designs in the nearest future.
Wow, that is quite amazing. So if not for fashion, what else will you be doing right now?
I love to cook.
Hey, maybe a caterer then.
Yes, yes, I love to
You
cook.
love
Like,
cooking that much?
sorry.
I said you love cooking that much. You want to be a
Yes,
caterer, if
absolutely. In
not
fact,
a fashion icon.
I have a registered company. I have a registered company for my catering for my food business. It's something I'm going to do in the nearest future because I love to cook. I love good food.
Now, tell us, Kawando, what is your definition of fashion?
Okay, fashion should be okay. Fashion should be able to speak. You know what I mean? Like when you enter a place, your fashion should be able to tell the people around who you are and what you are about.
Mm,
Mhm.
I love that one. Yes. When you enter somewhere, your fashion, your style should be able to stand you out and speak before you even open your mouth to talk. I love that one. Now, let's talk about social media. How's that impacted in your business?
Oh, social media, God. Social media has done me a lot of good. So for my clients that in diaspora, most of them come from social media.
Okay.
Well, I have a lot of clients in London right now. Like those are my day ones.
All right, when you're really close to London next time, bring one for me, I beg.
Oh no, seriously, seriously. I mean, let's chat later because I usually ship and my sister lives in London. So
Okay.
yeah, so I have like a big market in London. They're
Okay.
very sweet people.
That is really nice.
Mm.
We're happy that you're going far, you're going places, you're making us so proud.
So
It shows
social media has
that
been
youth,
such
we
a
are not actually lazy, we are strong people, and
oh
that is
yes, we are not lazy. We are not lazy.
a good
Definitely.
one. What are the rules of fashion, the do's and the don'ts of fashion as a fashion icon?
Don't try to be somebody else.
Okay.
Find your uniqueness. Like, don't try, because when you try to be somebody else, that's when you get it wrong. So don't try to be somebody else. Always try to show your personality through what you do. Don't try to be somebody else. But for rules and regulation, there's no. I feel like fashion is where you can express yourself without borders and boundaries.
That is quite amazing. Now, before we let you go, Kalando, we want to see your sketching, no matter how big.
Okay, I did something a
Because
little.
I know as I will be talking, you have been sketching. So, and that is my best view. I don't think of stealing it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to. How do I do this? Camera. Okay. Oh, sorry. How do I switch it? No, I'm new to this. Uh.
Okay, so what you just have to do is to put your sketching in front of the camera, turn it, and use it to face me. Maybe that you will get to see it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Ah, wow, that is so beautiful. That for me?
Yes,
Ah,
please.
thank you. I love it. This is quite amazing. Thank you so much. You see, viewers, this is what we do here. We celebrate people with talent, with creativity. People who just sit and they think and they begin to do things, making the world a better place, not just for themselves, but people around them. See, now she has made me a very beautiful star. You see, this is what we're talking about. Anyway, Commander, thank you so much for being on the show today. But this is just to let you know that you really want to nominate, give us the names of the people in the fashion industry. We have an award coming up. So for the awards categories, you're going to nominate the fashionistas, people for that category for the fashion.
Okay.
Yes, we'll be glad you help us with that. I know you know a lot of people in the industry, like you said, so you give us their names, you nominate, I nominate this for the award, I nominate this, and so we do our scrutiny and then we pick the person we give them.
You already know. You already know who I'll nominate. My
Vicky
girl,
James.
Vicky. She's the best.
I know
Vicky.
she is. She's really trying. For clap for her. Kudos to Vicky James. Yes. But regardless, we still need you to send us that name and other names if possible so that we compile out because we're actually compiling the list so we can put all that together.
Okay, I
Award.
will send you. I will send it to you.
All right, so that you know that you guys are really making us proud. So we should be able to say thank you. We see all what you do, the young people making, like you said, you have a lot of clients here in
The
London, not just
UK.
in Nigeria, but you across the world. You people are making us so proud. I
Yeah.
came here, and the first time the person that picked me from the airport, the first thing she said to me was, "Please, I need a dress from Nigeria. Your tailors, your styles are just wild, and this is."
Wow.
All thanks to you all for making us so proud. We're proud of you. We're super proud of
Thank you.
all of
Thank
you.
you so much.
Anyway, keep my dress. So
I will. I will.
yes,
You just need to
we
tell me
might,
your favorite
we
colors.
might, we might invite you to come over to London for one of our fashion shows. So you bring your fashionistas, and you know that runway thing you people do, and the fashion.
Yes.
So we'll just invite you to
Yes.
come. Well, thank you so much for being on
Thank
the
you for
show.
having me.
We
Thank you for
appreciate you
having
and
me.
all what you do for the young people,
Thank
mentoring them, tutoring them to become better people, to know that they can actually stand on their own and start earning instead of relying solely on somebody to do that for them. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And keep my
thank you.
dress once again. Now,
Please, I
viewers,
will. I will. Thank you so much for having me.
yes, thank you too for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you.
Yes, viewers, that would be a good place to wrap up the show. I'm so wow. Look at what she did in within how many minutes she created a very beautiful style. That could even pass for a wedding gown if you ask me. The style is so beautiful. This is what we celebrate here. People with style, with creativity, with they just come and they make us so proud. It's quite amazing to know that we have a lot of young people in Nigeria doing exploits, and I'm proud to be in Nigeria. You didn't say a word for to leave a message for your viewers and your fans as well. Those ones that will spend all their data watching because I saw a copper. All what she was doing was looking at your page. Looking, she didn't want to go off that page. Your sound. We can't hear you. Your sound.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry about that. So I want to actually appreciate my clients, my family, even the wannabe clients. I Every day it's surreal to me. I never get used to this. You know what I mean? Like for somebody, a village girl that came from nowhere, and then you guys made me somebody. I'm really, really appreciative. If you have that dream, don't let it go. All you just need to do is start. I said one day I will write a book on how I started in this town. Like I started literally from nothing with my manual sewing machine. From That's how I started. So you see, when young people say that inspirational speakers by and all that, I'm like, I'm part of a success story of inspirational people because they have taken me from point zero to where I am right now. So I'm not gonna inspirational speakers, they might not be much, but you need to take out what they have to say to you. Because some coaches never play, right? But they
Right?
coach the biggest teams in the world. So you just need to take out what they're giving you. So inspiration, because guess sometimes I was tired. I wanted to give up. But you hear somebody say, keep showing up, wake up and show up, take a step. They say the 1,000 miles, the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. Take that step. Don't be scared. It's gonna be hard. People don't want to do hard things, but it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be hard, but just keep going day by day. Like just try to survive the next day. That's all. That's how I did it. It might be different for you, but yours might be fast. But I took one day at a time and survived that next day. That's why I am here right now. And I know that in the next future, I'm going to be a product of taking the very next step and doing it. My pastor used to say, do the very next right thing, the next good thing, the next right thing. When you do that, by the time you turn back, you see that you've gone so far. So don't be scared. You can be scared, but do it while scared. Thank you so much, Kessy.
Thank you so much, Kawando. And don't let's not forget also remember to share. I'm going to give you the link. Do where to share with your people. I know you have a lot of followers. Share, invite them to subscribe, like our page as well. And please, I have coppers, a lot of them. And in fact, I'm going to look for that girl and bring her to you when you have your next session or your next class. So that she can have I think her biggest joy will be meeting Kawando one-on-one, face to face, like, wow, is this really Kawando? So
Oh
when
God,
I will
little
get to
me.
that.
That's not. I'm too. We still
And
have a boy in this industry. We still have doors in this industry. We're still coming up, man.
yes, we know, but you're making us so proud, and we're proud of you as well.
Thank
So
you.
don't forget to share, like, follow us on our social media handles. We'll share the link with you so you share with others as well.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for being
Thank
on the
you.
show, Kawando. Do have a very beautiful day.
Thank you,
Yes,
Kessy.
yes, viewers, that would be a good place to wrap up the show. But before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell, like, follow, share, and of course, leave us with your comment. Follow us on our social media handles, our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Just hit on that notification bell so that we'll have any updates you get notified. And please leave us with your comments and invite somebody as well to the page. Don't forget that peace is priceless, so let's give peace a chance. But I want to leave you what Kamando said that fashion, you don't have to copy somebody else, just be you. Somebody's, for instance, in here, those body type will not be your body type. So you must not see in here, don't wear something and like, okay, I must wear exactly this. No, what with your body style? We have a lot. Look at what she did for me. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I don't know, I would have asked her to snap it, so we leave it with you. So easy, but no, so that you won't steal my style, I won't do that. Anyway, thank you so much. Today, start from somewhere, no matter how little, just start, like what she said. Take that step, and who knows, tomorrow you might just be another Kawani brand. We'll celebrate. Thanks for being on the show. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy. Until I see you again. Bye for now.
RRTV.